Day 3, 7:30 in the morning. Raining super hard. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get out of the tent. Yeah. We tried to wait out the storm, but it's just gotten worse. You can kind of see we got a lake or a river running right down the road here. This is Hauser Creek, and anyway, I'm reminded of I think Darwin on the Trail. Everybody knows him. I think he hiked the PCT in 2017, and I distinctly remember him saying he only got rained on twice the whole time he was hiking. This is day number 3. We've been rained on for 3 days in a row. Yikes. Sure glad I didn't bring that rain skirt I bought. Well, it stopped raining. Sort of, for the first time since last night. Well, the rain jacket's working, but that rain skirt that I bought for this trip and decided to leave home at the last second. I wish I had it now. Soaked. Is it working? Okay. Okay, so we made it to the top of Hauser Pass, and we're about 3 miles from Lake Morena, and it's like I got fog on my lens. Hold on a second. Oh, that's much better. Now I can actually see. Okay, so we got up here. We ran into a fellow thru-hiker, a young woman from Poland. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ola from Poland, and I came here to the USA for the first time in my life. To live the adventure of my life.
Okay.
And we are starting with this beautiful rainy weather.
Yes.
On the desert.
Very rainy. Well, she said that friends and family are back home, are a little bit worried about her, so we want to know that she's, even though she's wet, she's safe and she's having a good time.
Safe and sound and happy.
Okay. Well, it's been raining so much today, we haven't had a chance to take a lot of video footage, but had to take a picture of this amazing manzanita tree. The bark on it looks like it's just been polished. It's amazing. Super pretty. There's a lot of them in this area. There it is, our first view of Lake Morena. Place to relax, grab a hot hamburger, and dry out a little bit. Came off the mountain, and it's like this is Lake Morena. It's a pretty big park, which is completely vacant right now. What do you think?
Glad to be here, ready for a hamburger.
Well, it looks like we're the only people here now, so let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Okay, made it to Lake Morena, and had a really nice, quaint little diner down at the end of town, which unfortunately, because of the coronavirus situation, doesn't allow dining in. So we had to order out and take our food down here to the city park, but still pretty darn good. I just wish it wasn't so darn cold out here right now. It'd be a lot more pleasant. And this is what woke us up first thing this morning, about 20 feet outside of our tent. Okay, it's the morning of day 4. We stayed in Lake Marina last night because it was just way too rainy for us to keep hiking. Good thing too, because it literally rained all night and it has not stopped raining. So we're sitting in our tent right now having breakfast, biscuits and gravy, yum. And then we're gonna try and pack out and keep hiking. We just checked the weather report. Today's high is supposed to be 39 degrees here in Lake Marina. Damn cold. And we're actually going to be gaining elevation, so it's a good chance we're going to be hiking in the snow by the end of the day.
So what I ended up
Okay, I'm getting ready to head out from Lake Marina. See, I got my umbrella rigged up on me. Let's see how well that works out. And Thia's doing a last minute clothing change because she can't decide if she's hot or cold or wet or what. But anyway, it's about 9:30. Getting a late start, but that's because it's been cold and wet. Hope we can get some miles in today. And the thermometer says, well, the thermometer won't focus, but it says 45 degrees. A bridge way down there. I don't know what bridge it is, but I see a couple of backpackers right off to the side of it. At least somebody in a red jacket and somebody in a green jacket. Well, now that's a big old tree right there. Man. Heading down. And this must be the right place. Alright. I've been hearing about this asshole. NIS 2020 has been tagging signs all the way along the PCT. So I hope somebody finds out who the hell he is and throws his ass off a cliff. Alright, I'm walking underneath that bridge. Showed you from up above. Getting windy here. As you can see, the whole thing has been spray painted and tagged by every moron with a can of spray paint. I don't get it, but... Okay, Thia, here's your first big major water crossing. Swim for it. Watch out for sharks.
where's my log?
Nothing to it. Okay, well, they say that water can sometimes be a problem here in the southern part of the trail, but not so much today, this time. Actually, I guess it's the opposite of the usual. Too damn much water. Okay, it's Friday morning, March 20th, and we finally got a break from the constant rain we've been dealing with. You can see we got kind of blue skies, mostly blue skies up above us. And everything we own is spread out here all over the place trying to dry out. Taking advantage of the sun while we got it. We camped last night at mile 27.6. That was the end of day 4. So we've been averaging about 7 miles per day. That's it's actually about half of what we're going to eventually need to be averaging if we're going to finish this trail on time. But obviously we're not in prime trail condition right now, and hiking in the rain all day long really does kind of drag you down. So we were making frequent stops to try to dry out and sit out the worst of it. But we're probably going to take it easy for the next couple of days and then start picking it up maybe on Monday and start trying to make some bigger miles. All right, we're a mile or so up the trail from our camp, but what's interesting is you think about the Pacific Crest Trail as being this big adventure through the wildest parts of western United States, and yet here we are walking along with a major interstate right down there, not a quarter of a mile away. We can barely hear each other talk for all the dang road noise. But oh well, I guess the trail goes through all kinds of country. There's some pretty cool and scary looking cactus here along the trail. You certainly wouldn't want to trip and fall into one of these suckers, or this one over here either. I think this one here is called an ocotillo. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on cactus, but I know they're prickly suckers. Okay, we're right above Kitchen Creek, which looks like a fantastic water source. Actually a great place to go swimming if it was hotter, which it's actually pretty cold right now. Very cool yucca, just getting ready to bloom. Hopefully we'll get to see some of these before we in bloom, before we get out of yucca country. Okay, I know this is kind of gross, but it's also kind of interesting to me anyway. Look on top of this rock. It's a pile of poop. Every couple hundred yards we're coming across rocks just like this with little piles of poop on top of them. And I'm about 99% sure that these are made by foxes who are marking their territory here along the trail by pooping on the rocks. But if anybody knows any different, I'd appreciate leave a comment for me and let me know. All right, this is what happens when you don't plan your water stops. We thought there was going to be water here, and there wasn't. And the only water source we have is this puddle of water right beside the road. There's another nasty puddle right next to it, but he's just gonna filter it through a handkerchief, treat it with the Steri-Pen, and hopefully we don't get any dreadful diseases.
No, she told
All right,
me she was gonna stay the night.
here we are. We got our very first trail magic here. Yeah. So everybody say hi. Here's our trail angel, Steve. Say thanks to him. He's the man. Gave us pizza, a whole bunch of pastries, bunch of pastries. Yeah.
Beer's under the pizza. That's why.
Even beer's under the pizza. Okay. There we go.
Oh my gosh. I'm drinking Pepsi.
Anyway, it was
Sorry. I forgot to
great to see it.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right.
He's thankful in his own way.
Okay, so this is right on the PCT. What do you think? Shall we risk our lives and continue on?
I think so.
Yeah.
We gotta get to Canada.
Okay. Whew. Barely made it through there with our lives. Hope we don't have to do that again. Like a perfect spot to make camp tonight. Right here. And voila, we have a tent. Right, Goldilocks?
Right.
Good job pitching the tent. All right, that's it. End of day 5. What you making for dinner?
Lasagna.
Yum.
Mm.